talking about NFL playoffs at Lambeau Field with a snowstorm camped out over the upper Midwest. Let's go. It's time for some great football in Green Bay. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
All day, every day, any day. I want to work. I want to work. Check three. What? Twin.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Here we go. Smooth.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
The dump off good for 8 there on 1st down. Now Cohen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Baker, pressure, and down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now this now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This a 33-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, it's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Get this.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just 9 and go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's another. First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Mike, 58, right there. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Running right, Jones. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
58 for Mike, 58.
Throwing on third down, Watson looking deep for Adams. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Trubisky on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Cohen. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go.
Caught out left side by Robinson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run the jet sweep with Patterson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
18. Red, go.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Now he steps away. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. Watson on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the 1st of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now Trubisky. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he won't get in, but you can't be set up any better than that. They'll have the ball at the 1-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Watson now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimeous St. Brown, but now it's 3rd and goal. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Watson on the keeper.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the 1st half. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So a capper there to a pretty good 1st half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Again, it's Jones. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. He's got daylight. A big run there by Jones. 65 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second down. It's Jones, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Here's Watson. And he's got it. So they tried for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. To throw again on second down. Trubisky. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimous St. Brown, 76 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. The dump off good for 8 there on first down. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to have a 3rd down. And Robinson with a big catch. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he gets it down to the 32. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Where's the tap? 19. Here it comes, here it comes.
On second down now. It's Jones. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That makes third down a lot more interesting.
It certainly does. How about the example of situational football there and his ability to think the play through? Second and short, not anticipating a passing play, sold out and made a great tackle, which brings up third down.
On third down, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Khalil Mack, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On second and 9, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
And it's third down.
Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a third and long. Now it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Returnable here for Davis. 51 yards on the punt there. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll go again to Jones. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Watson on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Watson escaping the pressure right. And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Watson. Open man is Allison, complete. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now Jones. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep depth. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, 56 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A gain of 3, second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Back to throw, Watson. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.